Hi, my name is Kayla Wright, and this is my mental health project for wellness. So, case study. So, the character I chose to do a case study on is Jamal Lyon from the TV show Empire. And he suffers from post traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD as it's commonly called. But before I talk more about Jamal and his experience with PTSD, let's dive deeper into what exactly PTSD is. So PTSD is a disorder characterized by failure to recover after experiencing or witnessing a terrifying event. This disease is commonly found in war veterans and victims of car crashes. So PTSD was first discovered in 1980 when it was added to the DSM-3 nosologic classification scheme. And some of the early forms of treatment of PTSD was giving soldiers, and soldiers were really the people that were affected by this disease the most when it first was discovered. So what they did was they gave them safe places to rest, and they even gave them some forms of alcohol. What alcohol did was decrease their stress, which can sometimes lessen the severity of PTSD. Now, some of the symptoms of PTSD can include flashbacks, insomnia, anxiety, depression, and social isolation. Now, in order to be diagnosed with PTSD, patients must experience the symptoms for at least a month. And PTSD can be treated with medications such as SSRI, which decreases your anxiety, which again can lessen the severity of PTSD. And therapy can also lessen the severity of PTSD. And aerobic exercises that is done on a daily basis by a person that has PTSD, a study found that it decreases anxiety and depression. And again, when the anxiety and depression is decreased, PTSD is less severe. So back to our case study. So Jamal Lyon is a 26-year-old singer and a songwriter, and he is signed to his family's record company Empire. And so what really started this whole PTSD syndrome for Jamal was that he took a bullet for his father. Someone was aiming to shoot him, and Jamal jumped in front of the bullet. So that was significant because Jamal and his father's relationship wasn't all that great. His father treats him as less than because he is part of the LGBT community. And so Jamal taking a bullet for his father that doesn't really accept him was a pretty big moment in his life. And what triggers his PTSD is when he is on stage about to perform and his father is close by. That causes him to have flashbacks of the shooting, and he also experiences sweating and shortness of breath. And Jamal, to cope with his PTSD, he takes pills. The show doesn't specify what kind of pills they are. We just know that they're these rounded tablet pills. But because of his reaction to the pills, and he ultimately becomes addicted to them, which I'll talk about in the next slide. But I think, I have reason to believe that they are some form of opioids. So, because of Jamal's occupation, he is constantly around his father, and his father is constantly tries to pressure him to perform, which makes his PTSD much worse. And like I said in the previous slide, he became addicted to the pills that he was taking to cope with PTSD, and once he had tried to get off of those pills, his significant other, D Major, couldn't bear to see him go through the pain of withdrawal, so he continued to supply him with those pills. And that is really all I have for you. That was all that was on the paper. But thank you for watching.